Beloved, you are not here by accident. In this very moment, as you sit with the weight of uncertainty pressing down upon your chest, as you wonder how you're going to make it through what you're facing, as you question whether help is really coming, or if you're truly alone in this struggle, I have drawn you close because I want you to know something that will change everything. The angels are already on their way. The help you've been praying for, the support you've been crying out for, the breakthrough you've been believing for, it's not something I need to send in response to your desperation. It's already in motion. It was dispatched before you even knew you would need it. I see you, my child. I see the way you've been trying to turn stones into bread, trying to manufacture solutions out of materials that were never meant to sustain you, trying to force provision from sources that can never truly satisfy. I watch as you exhaust yourself attempting to create what I've already prepared, as you strain to produce what I've already provided, as you struggle to make something happen when I've already set everything in motion. You've been working so hard to turn what isn't into what you need, when all along, I am both the stone and the bread, both the problem and the provision, both the question and the answer. You came here today hungry, didn't you? Not just physically hungry, though some of you are barely getting by, struggling to make ends meet, wondering where the next meal will come from, how the next bill will be paid, whether you'll have enough to cover what life demands of you. But more than that, you're spiritually hungry, emotionally depleted, relationally starved, purpose famished, hope empty. You've been trying to fill that hunger with things that were never meant to sustain you, relationships that can't complete you, achievements that will never satisfy you, possessions that leave you emptier than before, experiences that promise fulfillment but deliver only temporary distraction from the ache in your soul. And into that hunger, into that desperate need, into that consuming emptiness, the enemy comes with his lies. He whispers to you the same thing he whispered to my son in the wilderness. If you are really loved by God, if you really belong to him, if he really cares about you, then prove it. Do something. Make something happen. Turn these stones into bread, because clearly God isn't going to provide for you. Clearly, you're on your own. Clearly, you have to take matters into your own hands, because help isn't coming. But beloved, that's a lie from the pit of hell. That's the same deception the enemy has been using since the garden. The same temptation to doubt my goodness, to question my provision, to take control of what I've already promised to handle. And I want you to know today, right now, in this moment, what my son knew in that wilderness. You don't have to turn stones into bread, because I am both the stone and the bread. You don't have to manufacture provision, because I am the provision. You don't have to create solutions, because I am the solution. You don't have to force breakthrough, because I am the breakthrough. Let me tell you what Pastor Stephen Furtick preached with such power and clarity. When the devil came to Jesus in the wilderness and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread," he was asking Jesus to turn into something he already was. Jesus is the stone that the builders rejected, who became the chief cornerstone. Jesus is the rock from which Moses drank in the wilderness. Jesus is the bread of life. The devil was tempting Jesus to create what he already embodied, to become what he already was, to prove what was already established. And my dear one, the same is true for you. The enemy is trying to get you to prove what I've already declared, to earn what I've already given, to achieve what I've already accomplished, to become what you already are in me. He wants you to exhaust yourself trying to turn stones into bread, when I've already declared that you are mine, that I love you, that I've chosen you, that I've equipped you, that I've provided for you, that I've gone ahead of you and prepared the way. The core of every temptation, the heart of every lie the enemy whispers, comes down to two devastating suggestions. It's not enough, and you're not loved. He wants you to believe that my provision is insufficient, that my grace isn't adequate, that my power won't be enough to meet your need. And underneath that lie is an even deeper deception. that there's something you have to do to earn my love, to secure my favor, to guarantee my help. He wants you to believe that my love is conditional, that my provision depends on your performance, that you have to prove yourself worthy before I'll show up for you. But Jesus knew better. Even in his hunger, even in his weakness, even in his humanity, Jesus knew three things that sustained him through every temptation, and these same three truths will sustain you through everything you're facing. He's here. It's handled. I'm his. Say it with me right now. Feel these words settling into your spirit like medicine for your soul. He's here. It's handled. I'm his. These aren't just nice phrases or religious mantras. These are declarations of reality, statements of truth, anchors for your faith when the storms of life try to sweep you away. He's here means I am present with you right now, in this moment, in this struggle, in this valley, in this wilderness. It's handled means I have already set in motion everything needed for your deliverance, your provision, your breakthrough. I'm his means you belong to me, you're loved by me, you're chosen by me, and nothing can separate you from that identity. I know what the enemy has been telling you. I know the lies he's been whispering in the darkness, the doubts he's been sowing in your mind, the fears he's been cultivating in your heart. He's been saying, if you were really God's child, if you really belonged to him, he would have shown up by now. If you were really loved by him, you wouldn't be going through this. If you were really his, he wouldn't let you suffer like this. But beloved, listen to me carefully. Before the devil ever opened his mouth to tempt my son, I opened heaven itself to affirm him. As Pastor Stephen Furtick so powerfully explained, before Jesus faced the voice from hell in Matthew 4, he received the voice from heaven in Matthew 3. Right after his baptism, as he came up out of the water, heaven opened and my spirit descended on him like a dove, and I spoke for all to hear, "This is my Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased." Before the temptation came, the affirmation was already there. Before the lie was spoken, the truth was already declared. Before the test arrived, the testimony was already given. And when the devil came to him in the wilderness and said, "If you are the Son of God," Jesus didn't have to wonder. He didn't have to question. He didn't have to prove anything. He was still dripping with the water of my affirmation. He was still resonating with the sound of my voice, declaring his identity. He knew who he was, whose he was, and what that meant about his future. So when the tempter came with his if, Jesus responded with absolute certainty, "I know who I am. I know whose I am. And I know that I don't have to turn stones into bread to prove it." My dear child, I need you to hear this today. Before the enemy ever showed up in your situation, I was already there. Before the trial came, my grace was already sufficient. Before the temptation appeared, my strength was already available. Before the problem manifested, the solution was already prepared. Before you knew you would need help, the angels were already dispatched. You are not fighting to get my attention. You already have it. You are not struggling to earn my love. You already possess it. You are not working to secure my provision. It's already on the way. I want to show you something about the pattern of temptation that will help you recognize the enemy's tactics and stand firm in the truth. The devil came at Jesus 3 different ways, but the core message was the same. If you are the Son of God, do something to prove it. If you are really loved, do something to earn it. If you are really mine, do something to secure it. But beloved, you don't have to do anything to prove what I've already declared. You don't have to earn what I've freely given. You don't have to secure what I've already guaranteed. You are mine. Not because of what you've done, but because of what I've done. Not because of your performance, but because of my grace. Not because you earned it, but because I chose it. Not because you're worthy, but because I decided you're worth it. And that identity, that belonging, That position in my heart, it doesn't depend on your circumstances. It isn't determined by your struggles. It isn't defined by your failures. It isn't measured by your success. You are mine because I said so, because I chose you, because I love you. And nothing in all creation can change that reality. When you really understand this, when you really believe that you're His, something shifts in how you face temptation. You stop trying to turn stones into bread because you realize I am both the stone and the bread. You stop trying to earn my love because you know you already have it. You stop trying to prove your worth because you understand that your value was established before you were born, declared when I formed you in your mother's womb, confirmed when I sent my son to die for you, sealed when I raised him from the dead. The enemy wants you to believe that you're on your own, that you have to figure it all out, that you have to manufacture solutions and create provision and force breakthrough. But I'm telling you today, you're not alone. You're never alone. You will never be alone. Not only am I here with you now, but I was in your future before you arrived there. I was in your tomorrow before you woke up today. I was in next week before you worried about it. I was in your wilderness before you entered it, preparing the way, dispatching the angels, setting up the provision, arranging the breakthrough. As Pastor Stephen Furtick illustrated so powerfully, when Jesus was in the wilderness, I didn't wait until he was tempted to send help. The angels were already assigned. The provision was already prepared. The victory was already secured. And after Jesus resisted the devil's lies and stood firm in the truth of his identity, the Bible says, "Then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him." The help he needed, the support that sustained him, the provision that strengthened him, it arrived right on time because it was already on the way. Beloved, the same is true for you. The angels are on their way to your house this week. I'm sending help to your situation right now. I'm dispatching support to your struggle this very moment. I'm releasing provision for your need as you read these words. And some of you need angels to come to your central nervous system right now, to calm you down, to quiet the panic, to still the anxiety, to settle the fear that's been driving you, to make desperate decisions and take matters into your own hands. You're freaking out, swinging at things that aren't even swinging at you, fighting battles that aren't even being waged, defending against attacks that haven't been launched. Stop it. Breathe. Wait for the angel. Wait for my provision. Wait for my timing. Don't try to turn stones into bread in your panic. Don't substitute other human relationships for your relationship with me just because the answer hasn't arrived yet. Don't eat something that was never meant to be eaten just because you're hungry and it's available. Because here's what I need you to understand. Just because the answer hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean I didn't send it. Just because the breakthrough hasn't manifested yet doesn't mean it's not on the way. Just because the help isn't visible yet doesn't mean the angels aren't coming. They're en route. They're on their way. They've been dispatched from my throne room, and nothing in heaven or earth can stop them from reaching you. But in this season, if you start trying to turn stones into bread, if you start substituting quick fixes for my perfect provision, if you start seeking satisfaction from sources that were never meant to sustain you, you will miss your angel. You will walk right past the help I'm sending because you were so busy trying to create your own solution that you couldn't recognize my provision when it arrived. You will miss the miracle because you were so focused on manufacturing an alternative that you didn't see me working right in front of you. Let me tell you about the 3 declarations that will anchor you while you wait for the angels. He's here. It's handled. I'm His. These aren't just words to say. They're truths to live in. Realities to rest in, foundations to build on. When the enemy comes at you with his lies, when circumstances try to convince you that I've forgotten you, when fear whispers that you're on your own, you speak these truths out loud. He's here. It's handled. I'm His. He's here means I am present in your situation right now. Not distant, not detached, not unaware, not unconcerned. I am here, in the middle of your mess, in the center of your struggle, in the heart of your pain. I haven't left. I won't leave. I can't leave because I've promised never to leave you or forsake you. My presence with you isn't conditional on your circumstances. I'm not only present when life is good, I'm especially present when life is hard. I'm most near when you feel most alone. I'm closest when the valley is darkest. He's here. It's handled means I've already set in motion everything needed for your deliverance. The provision is prepared. The breakthrough is coming. The angels are dispatched. The answer is on the way. You don't have to panic. You don't have to scheme. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to force. You don't have to control. Why? Because I'm already handling it. Before you knew you would face this situation, I was already arranging the solution. Before the problem appeared, I was already preparing the provision. Before you called out for help, I was already sending the angels. It's handled. I'm his means you belong to me. And that belonging is the foundation of everything else. You're not trying to become mine. You already are mine. You're not working to earn my love. You already have it. You're not striving to secure your position. It's already established. You are mine by my choice, my decision, my declaration. And because you're mine, I take care of what belongs to me. I provide for what's mine. I protect what I possess. I defend what I've claimed. I sustain what I've chosen. I'm his. When you really believe these three truths, something shifts in how you live. You stop trying so hard to make things happen because you trust that I'm already handling them. You stop exhausting yourself trying to prove your worth because you know your value is established by the fact that you're mine. You stop panicking about provision because you understand that I'm here, present and active, working everything out for your good. As Pastor Stephen Furtick taught with such clarity, Jesus didn't need to throw himself off the building to get the angels to come. He knew that if he asked his Father to send angels, they would already be on the way. He didn't have to do something dramatic or desperate to secure divine help. He simply had to trust that his Father was who he said he was, that he would do what he promised to do, that the help would come in his perfect timing. And I'm telling you the same thing today, my beloved child. You don't have to throw yourself off buildings to get my attention. You don't have to engage in desperate measures to secure my help. You don't have to do something dramatic or dangerous or foolish to prove that I'll show up for you. You simply have to trust me. You simply have to believe that I'm here, that it's handled, that you're mine. And when you trust me like that, when you rest in those truths, you position yourself to receive the help that's already on the way. I know some of you are in a wilderness right now. I know you're facing temptation to take matters into your own hands, to create your own provision, to force your own breakthrough. I know you're hungry for change, hungry for breakthrough, hungry for relief, hungry for something to shift. And in that hunger, the enemy is whispering his lies. If God really loved you, he would have already delivered you. If you really belonged to him, you wouldn't be going through this. You need to do something. You need to make something happen. You need to turn these stones into bread because help isn't coming. But I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Don't take the bait. Don't believe the lie. Don't turn stones into bread when I am both the stone and the bread. Don't manufacture solutions when I am the solution. Don't substitute temporary satisfaction for my eternal provision. Wait for the angel. The help is on the way. The breakthrough is coming. The provision is prepared. The angels are already dispatched, and nothing can stop them from reaching you. You might be thinking, but God, I've been waiting so long. I've been praying and believing and trusting, and I still don't see the answer. How much longer do I have to wait? And, beloved, I understand that question. I know the waiting is hard. I know the wilderness is difficult. I know the hunger is real. But I need you to understand something. The fact that the answer hasn't arrived yet doesn't mean it's not on the way. The fact that you can't see the angels doesn't mean they're not coming. The fact that the breakthrough hasn't manifested doesn't mean it's not approaching. Let me share something with you that will strengthen your faith while you wait. My son was in the wilderness for 40 days before the angels came to attend him. 40 days of hunger, 40 days of temptation, 40 days of testing, and during those 40 days, he didn't see the angels, but they were already assigned. They were already on the way. They were simply waiting for the right moment, the appointed time, the perfect opportunity to manifest and minister to him. And then, after he had resisted the devil's lies, after he had stood firm in the truth of his identity, after he had refused to turn stones into bread or throw himself off buildings or worship the wrong things, the Bible says, then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. The help arrived. The support manifested. The provision appeared. Not because Jesus did something to earn it, but because it was already prepared, already dispatched, already on the way. It just needed the right timing to arrive. The same is true for you, beloved. The angels are on the way. The help is coming. The provision is prepared. The breakthrough is approaching. It might not arrive according to your timeline, but it will come at exactly the right moment. It might not manifest in the way you expected, but it will appear in the way you need. It might not look like what you imagined, but it will be exactly what I intended. As Pastor Stephen Furtick illustrated so beautifully through his story about getting lost on the way to his daughter's soccer game, sometimes you don't need a pin dropped on a map. You need a person who's already there to guide you in. Sometimes you don't need more information. You need someone who's already in your future to show you the way. Sometimes you don't need better directions. You need the assurance that I'm already there, waiting for you, ready to wave you in, prepared to guide you through. And that's exactly what I'm offering you today, beloved. I'm not just sending help from a distance. I'm not just dropping a pin on a map and hoping you figure it out. I'm already in your tomorrow. I'm already in your next week. I'm already in your future. And I'm waving you in. I'm standing there with my bright yellow hat of grace, making myself visible, blocking the obstacles that would steal what belongs to you, calling out to you. This way, come this way, I'm here. I see you. Keep coming. You see, what you need isn't just information about how to handle what you're facing. What you need isn't just strategies for overcoming temptation or tactics for resisting the enemy. What you need is a person, me, already in your future, already in your tomorrow, already in your next season, calling out to you, guiding you in, showing you the way. You need the assurance that I've already been where you're going, that I've already seen what you're about to face, that I've already prepared what you're going to need. And I am that person. I am already there. I went into the wilderness before you so that you would never have to go there alone. I faced the temptation ahead of you so that you would know it can be resisted. I endured the testing before you so that you would understand that victory is possible. I went to the cross for you so that you would never have to pay the price for your sin. I rose from the grave ahead of you so that you would know that death doesn't have the final word. I ascended to heaven before you so that I could prepare a place for you. I am in your future, beloved, waving you in, calling you forward, assuring you that the angels are on the way. Now, I know some of you are wondering, what do you mean the angels are on the way? What are these angels you keep talking about? Let me be clear. I'm not just talking about supernatural beings with wings, though those are real, and they do minister to my children. What I'm talking about is the help you need as you call unto me. The angels represent my provision in whatever form you need it. The person who calls at just the right time, with just the right word, the opportunity that opens at the perfect moment, the provision that appears when your resources are exhausted, the strength that rises within you when you thought you had nothing left, the peace that settles over you when anxiety threatened to overwhelm you, the wisdom that comes when you face an impossible decision. The angels are on the way means that I am sending you everything you need, in every form you need it, at exactly the right time. It means that help is coming, support is approaching, provision is on the way, breakthrough is imminent, deliverance is certain, victory is assured, not because you did something to earn it, but because you're mine and I take care of what belongs to me. So right now, in this moment, I want you to stop trying to turn stones into bread. I want you to stop exhausting yourself trying to manufacture solutions that I've already prepared. I want you to stop attempting to create provision that I've already dispatched. I want you to stop forcing breakthrough that I've already set in motion. Instead, I want you to rest in these three truths. He's here. It's handled. I'm his. Say it quietly to yourself right now. Let these words sink deep into your spirit. Let them become louder than the lies the enemy has been whispering. Let them become stronger than the fear that's been gripping your heart. Let them become more real than the circumstances that have been overwhelming your mind. He's here. It's handled. I'm his. He's here means I am with you in this moment, in this struggle, in this valley, in this wilderness. I haven't abandoned you. I won't abandon you. I can't abandon you because my nature is faithful. My character is unchanging. My love is unfailing. I am here, right now, in the middle of your mess, in the center of your storm, in the heart of your struggle. I am here. It's handled means I'm already working on your situation. The provision is prepared. The breakthrough is positioned. The deliverance is dispatched. The angels are on the way. You don't have to panic. You don't have to strive. You don't have to manipulate circumstances or control outcomes. You simply have to trust that I'm handling it, and I am, even when you can't see it, even when you don't feel it, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. It's handled. I'm his means you belong to me, and that belonging changes everything. It means I'm committed to you, invested in you, devoted to you. It means I take responsibility for your well-being, your provision, your protection, your future. It means you're not on your own, not abandoned, not forgotten, not alone. You're mine. And because you're mine, the angels are on the way. The help is coming. The provision is certain. The breakthrough is guaranteed. As Pastor Stephen Furtick so powerfully declared, you don't have to throw yourself off buildings to get the angels to come. You don't have to engage in desperate measures to secure divine help. You don't have to prove anything, or earn anything, or achieve anything. You simply have to remember who you are, whose you are, and what that means about your future. You are his. He is here. It's handled, and the angels are already on their way. So, beloved, receive this word today. Let it settle deep into your spirit. Let it anchor your faith when storms arise. Let it steady your steps when the path is uncertain. Let it quiet your fears when anxiety threatens. Let it strengthen your resolve when temptation comes. The angels are on the way. The help you need is coming. The provision you've been praying for is approaching. The breakthrough you've been believing for is imminent. Don't try to turn stones into bread. Don't manufacture solutions in your desperation. Don't substitute temporary satisfaction for eternal provision. Don't take matters into your own hands when I've already set things in motion on your behalf. Wait for the angel. Trust my timing. Rest in my promises. Stand on my word. Believe that I am who I say I am. That I will do what I've promised to do. That the help is already on the way. And while you wait, remember these three declarations. He's here. It's handled. I'm his. Speak them over your situation. Declare them over your circumstances. Proclaim them over your future. Let them become the soundtrack of your faith, the anthem of your hope, the foundation of your confidence. Because, beloved, they're not just words. They're reality. They're truth. They're promises that cannot fail because they're rooted in my character, my nature, my unfailing love for you. The angels are on the way. They might not arrive according to your timeline, but they will come at exactly the right moment. They might not manifest in the way you expected, but they will appear in the way you need. They might not look like what you imagined, but they will be exactly what I intended. And when they arrive, when the help manifests, When the provision appears, when the breakthrough comes, you will look back and say, He was here all along. It was being handled even when I couldn't see it. I am His, and He takes care of what belongs to Him. So rest, my child. Breathe. Release the tension. Let go of the striving. Stop trying to force what I'm already orchestrating. The angels are on the way. The help is coming. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love, my provision, my protection, my presence. He's here. It's handled. You're mine. And the angels are already on their way. Amen. If this word has touched your heart today, if this truth has brought you hope, if this declaration has strengthened your faith, stay connected to these truths. Return to them when doubt whispers. Remember them when fear rises. Rehearse them when temptation comes. Because, beloved, they're not just nice ideas or religious concepts. They're realities that will sustain you through every wilderness, every valley, every storm, every struggle. You are loved beyond measure. You are treasured beyond words. You are held in my unshakable grip. And the angels, the help, the provision, the breakthrough you've been waiting for, they're already on their way. Trust me. Wait for the angel. Rest in my timing. And know that I am always, always faithful to my promises and to my children. Amen and amen.